So there's a new commander in town, and it's different than Commander, and I'm not sure why it would be called Commander other than there's probably a Commander card involved. It's a 60 card Commander that's draftable and also is not singleton. So this is not really Commander, and I'm not really like a Commander purist. I'm not like Commander is the greatest format ever, and that Magic is the greatest game ever, and it has to be played a specific way. But I think that definitions matter, and I think that if you only take one single aspect from the Commander format and then create an entirely different format that is way more like Standard than it is like Commander, then I don't see how you call it a Commander format other than the fact that Commander is the most popular format, and calling something a new Commander format, I guess, is a better marketing term than calling it, I don't know, Standard Commander or something like that. I don't know. Anyway, who knows where this format will even go, because Wizards of the Coast lacks commitment on things. They come up with ideas like throwing spaghetti at the wall, and then they immediately abandon them if they're not even remotely successful. And if they are successful, they will run them into the ground until they're not successful. And then, out of that fire, something will survive, and that will continue on into the future. So, if this new Commander format survives that, then I guess it might become a new Commander format, and it might become a popular Commander format, and maybe it might become the most popular Commander format, and maybe it'll become the most popular format, but only if it can survive on its own in a very survival of the fittest way. And it seems like the reason for this, if you were, I mean, I'm not working for Wizards of the Coast, so maybe they have other reasons, but the only reason I can see for this is that they liked it when people needed play sets of cards, because then that meant they needed more singles, and that meant more product needed to be opened, and that meant more product was purchased, right? And it seems a little weird because they're doing so well with how much product is being purchased now, that to throw this in to then, I guess, quadruple the amount of product in their hopes of quadrupling the amount of product they sell, um, you know, is something that even if it succeeded, which it's probably not going to, it's it would overheat the market already if it suddenly became wildly successful. Now, if it grew over time and people liked it, sure, whatever. If people like it and that is an enjoyable experience for everyone, and that's what everyone starts playing, then that's what everyone starts playing. But I just don't see a standard format that has been commanderized working. I mean, didn't they try that with I don't know, their planeswalker decks, or I don't know, there was some other, maybe once or twice, that they've already tried making a standard product that is commanderized. And I think that you don't necessarily need to tweak Commander. I mean, I'd like to see Commander Jumpstart. That would be interesting. That would be harder to do than just declaring a 60 card format that's draftable that happens to have a Commander card. I mean, that's the path of least resistance, and then not supporting it and not, abandoning it if it doesn't work is the Wizards way. And so it's the least amount of effort they have to put into it. They have to put a lot of effort into a Commander Jumpstart. It would take a lot of design space and a lot of, I don't know, mathematics, algorithm stuff. I don't know how the Jumpstart product really works, but I mean, that's something that I would like to see. And I'm not opposed to seeing other variations on Commander. I mean, we often play Two-Headed Giant at the store when there's a lot of people there. And I find that to be sometimes more fun than actual Commander. So people are always iterating on different Commander formats and different formats in general. So it's fine. That part is fine. It's just that when it comes from Wizards, people might start to get excited about it and get into it, and then suddenly discover that it's not a thing anymore after 3 or 4 months because Wizards has already abandoned it. So that often creates, sour feelings. And while it doesn't really matter to me because it's not creating sour feelings in me, it means that you have to hear about it a lot, and that can be annoying. So let's see if this new Commander format does well and survives in the wild against all odds, because Wizards isn't going to actually do anything to make it survive. So anyway, let me know what you think of this format. Whether you think it'll get through, and whether it'll hold on, and or whether it'll just die by a creek all alone. Let me know. Have a good day.